this year I walked into Hellbomb Tattoo downtown and I was absolutely terrified. I knew the general design of the tattoo I was going to get, and I knew that it was going to suck because every time I told somebody that I was getting a tattoo on my foot, they were like, wow, you're crazy, because it was my first tattoo. And I was just terrified. I couldn't eat, couldn't really talk. I just rambled on and on for hours probably before I got it, but it ended up going okay. I got it done in one session and it took almost 2 hours. I feel like I definitely got street cred for doing it all in one session because it hurt. So basically just tattoos have become a large part of culture today, and they've actually come to influence quite a few parts of the world in life. For each person, it's a different experience, but it generally follows the same pattern. You pick a design to get tattooed on your body in a place of your choice, then you get tattooed, and then you care for it. I have a tattoo myself, obviously, and I have quite a few friends who have tattoos, and I've researched it for a few weeks now. So we'll cover the generic process of tattooing. First, we will discuss picking design and placement for the tattoo, then the actual tattooing process and preparation, and finally we'll cover the aftercare instructions and how to ensure the longevity and beauty of the tattoo. Whether it be the style of the tattoo or the place where you're going to be putting it, you have some choices to make. Depending on where you are regionally, the styles of tattoo you see more often likely changes. In the Wichita area, it's probably going to be more Japanese and American traditional. This is American traditional, than something like realistic or abstract. American traditional tattoos generally have similar themes, such as military, pinup, and Native American. The lines and colors of American traditional are generally more bold, and they tend to last a little bit longer. Japanese traditional tattoos represent rich culture and history, and in turn are usually very large. Some of the themes that you see in Japanese tattoos are dragons, koi fish, flowers, and large waves. Japanese traditional tattoos were originally done by hand, so that means a mallet and a needle taken to the skin time and time again, and the tattooing machine wasn't introduced until much later. Last is a placement. Basically, all you need to know with this is what's appropriate for your lifestyle, and you may want to consider how it affects your future in terms of like picking your career and how it's perceived in that field. The next part of the process is the actual tattooing and the preparation for it. The preparation is very simple. Usually the area that you're going to be tattooing is cleaned and shaved if it has any hair on it. And then the artist will transfer the design onto your body and make sure that it's proportionally correct and it's exactly what you want. The next step, the tattooing, isn't as simple. It's more than just the needle and the ink penetrating the skin and it stays there for the rest of your life. It's more than that. So the tattoo needles actually punch through the epidermis, which is the first layer of the skin, and they drive the ink into the dermis, which is the deeper layer that consists of nerves and blood vessels. Since the process involves damaging the skin, the body responds with white blood cells, which attempt to absorb the particles and dispose of them in the bloodstream. But the reason the pigment stays there is because the pigment is too large to be eaten by the white blood cells, so they just sit there. Next is equally as important when it comes to maintaining the beauty of your tattoo that you've just got. The tattoo artist will give you instructions on aftercare, but it generally follows a basic pattern. And they cover the tattoo before you leave the shop. For the first 3 to 4 days, you'll clean your tattoo with a gentle soap with your hand, and after you get done cleaning it, you'll gently apply ointment to it. And then around the 4th day, the tattoo will begin peeling, and after it begins the peeling process, you apply lotion to it versus the ointment, and you want to keep that gentle and unscented as well. To ensure the color and quality of the tattoo, continue to moisturize it and protect it from the sun when at all possible. So getting tattooed is a very personal experience. The tattoo will be on your body for the rest of your life, so be careful when choosing the style and placement of the tattoo, and make sure it's exactly what you'd like. But this time in the process, make sure that you picked a shop and an artist that you trust to make sure that you get exactly what you'd like on your body. Finally, they should instruct you on aftercare, and then from then on, it's up to you. Ultimately, it's totally going to depend on what your lifestyle is and how you want to do everything, and I get that tattoos aren't everybody's cup of tea, but you know, it's up to you, it's your body, and you may want to consider how it affects your future, but overall, it's pretty okay. And I can always put socks on. You can't see my tattoo today, so I think I'll be okay.